How has making this film, A Violent Man, changed your life?
It changed my life in a lot of ways. I think every time you make a new movie, you evolve. You fall in love another time with your script, with the people involved, with the material. I'm really proud of the movie. I made a very good friend out of it, Thomas, who's become like one of my best friends. And I think it changed my life because it's another thing, it's another piece of my work that shows on screen that audiences can watch. And that's important.
Why did you want to tell this story?
I'm a big fan of noirs. I love film noir. I love film noir in literature. I love film noir in movies. I love Hitchcock's films. And I wanted to make something that kind of talked about the politics in America, the state of America, what it means to be violent, what it means to be guilty before you're guilty. So that was kind of like the heart and soul of A Violent Man for me, and for Thomas, and for the people involved, and the producers, and everybody that wanted to tell the story. It was like a fun crime film noir mixed with a murder mystery, and I hadn't really seen genre bending done like that.
So it plays Friday in LA and it opens in other cities, you say?
Yeah, it opens in, I think it's like Dallas, Austin, Philadelphia, Chicago, a bunch of cities.
Great. Has it screened at any festivals? Have you gotten audience reactions from?
Yeah, we premiered at the Oldenburg Film Festival, and then we did our world premiere at Oldenburg Film Festival. We did our U.S. premiere at Miami Film Festival, and then we screened at the Kew Gardens Film Festival in Queens. So we did those three, and that was kind of it. Then we just let it go. 'Cause sometimes when you love a film, you just gotta let it go.
Sure. Has any MMA fighter or boxer or whatever reached out to you afterwards and I realize it hasn't had a broad release yet, but just saying they resonated with it, or?
No, it hasn't had, it's gotten very good critical reviews so far, but it hasn't had, we haven't had that MMA guy come,
Sure. Not yet.
Not yet.
It's coming now.
Yeah.
What are some small habits that you try to do to make yourself a better filmmaker?
Just watch movies, read, study movies. That's my job. Like if I'm not making movies, I'm studying them. If I'm not writing, I'm trying to read something that will influence me to be a better writer. Those are my habits. Watch a lot of movies, every kind of film.
I notice with a lot of young filmmakers that they're just total cinephiles. They know everything, even some like bad movie that I hate to say you'd find on like a discount, DVD bookshelf somewhere.
Those are great too.
They know them.
Those are great. Yeah.
They're like, yeah, oh yeah, I've seen that one. I actually like it. I like that one part where this happened.
Gotta love them all. I've got a soft spot for like '90s weird thrillers and American. I love everything from French New Wave to Italian Neorealism to Japanese New Wave to Takashi Miike to all across the board, all genres. I try to watch everything.
Sure. It's interesting how I think to see a younger generation fascinated by the 90s.
Yeah.
When you lived through it or you were a young adult in it, it's like, there were some pluses and minuses, but what do you think it is? Because you were probably a child at that time, and so to see it through another set of eyes, maybe do you think it seemed more glamorous?
No, maybe it was a little glamour there, being a kid watching movies. I just think they made these cool, weird thrillers back in the 90s. John Dahl made a lot of great films. I watched Unforgettable the other night, Ray Liotta. They make these the Grifters. I watched Stephen Frears. They just make these, it's kind of like this one period of time where they just made these kind of like neo-noirs, and that's it.
Wild at Heart?
Wild at Heart,
Yeah,
David Lynch. I love that film.
That was a great film. Yeah.
I've watched Mulholland Drive probably like 100 times.
It's interesting too when these filmmakers now try to make these new sort of 90s
Yeah.
sort of versions with the synthesizer music and just make it seem like that, and it doesn't feel the same. But I think every generation, because I used to look at the 70s and think, wow, how cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could have, when I was just a little kid. But
Now you love John Carpenter and all his films. I mean, he's awesome. It's a different generation. So
sure.